Hey, Bradford,
Yes, Steve Areno.
do you think beauty is really only skin deep?
I don't know. I've never taken my skin off.
Every character in this movie, with the exception of Aldo, is pretending to be people they're not, or playing a different role as far, you know, with a Shoshana or anybody. But actually, Aldo is incapable of being anybody other than Aldo. Even though he tries his best. He's not throwing it away. He thinks he's doing a good job.
I just saw this documentary that Morgan Freeman actually produced.
Prom Night in Mississippi.
Yes,
That's a great
yeah,
movie.
it's really good. But you remember there was one father, his name was Glenn. Glenn, my name's Glenn, and you either like me or you don't. I hope you like me, but if you don't, well, I'm Glenn. You know? and that's kind of the, you know, that's kind of that Southern.
Do you remember what this role was?
Holy, is that me?
Apparently.
Wow. Yeah, it's me.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess so.
That looks like it was a long time ago.
Wow. My hair looks as bad then as it does now.
Not true.
That's amazing.
Yolanda Coca, who says, "For you, Brad, I'd like to know what it was like to work with George. Is he easy to work with?"
No, he's very difficult, Yolanda. He's a very difficult actor. I want to be positive. I want to find some good to say, and he is a professional. He's very dedicated to his craft. But
thank you.
It's tedious on the rest of us. It's difficult because there's tantrums. There's things are thrown.
Well, but there are good reasons for those tantrums. One of them there was a good reason for it.
And we deal.
Okay.
We deal with
fair.
it.
It's fair. He's
right. I'm just glad the movie's over.
Me
Thank God.
too. And the one with the goat and the Vaseline was not fully true. There was some other. There wasn't completely.
It started with a kernel of truth.
Yeah,
as they usually
got
do.
blown completely out of proportion.
See, they told me not to ask that, so I'm glad you brought that up.
I didn't want to.
We want to address it. And
yeah, we want it out
right here.
It wasn't a goat. It's a small sheep.
I got to add this to my Tinder profile.
The most enjoyable was probably... Oh, yeah, this one was pretty enjoyable. This was a fun one, with the exception of having to work with Mr. Pitt, who, well, I mean, I never saw him not drunk, but other than that, it was probably doing this film. You know, Catherine's a great girl, and he would love Catherine, and Julia's fantastic, and Matt seems like a nice enough guy. We didn't really talk. But I would imagine this film, in general, for me, this film, except for
the first one.
Except for the first one.
Favorite gift to give?
Favorite gift to give? Love.
Love that, Brad. Favorite gift you ever got? Same thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a gift. Oh, Jesus.
Okay, this is really good. This is really good. Everybody has one of these. Favorite teacher?
What do you want? My dad bought me a car. I'll say
Okay.
that.
Favorite teacher?
Favorite teacher? I had this teacher in college who I absolutely hated, the art student. But he's my favorite because he just pushed me, pushed me, pushed me.
Okay.
Can't remember his name.
Because right now he's going, say it. Say it, Brad. Say my name. I've told all the students for the past 12 years.
You know, every now and then you get that kind of Dead Poet Society thing, that guy who just goes completely against the norm and how a class is supposed to be run and how it's supposed to be taught in the book and just tosses the book.
And this was that guy?
This was that guy.
Whose name you can't remember. Okay.
And my third grade teacher was nice looking.
That's great. Okay.
When you do go out, do you go out incognito? Like, how do you disguise yourself?
I'm very covert.
How?
Yeah. I'm kind of like the shark. I just keep moving. You know, it's the minute you stop.
Is it the motorcycle helmet? Like, what?
That
do you...
helps. That's
that
really
helps.
good.
That is
That's a good one.
Except when you get into a restaurant, you got to take it off.
Or have a crash, which did happen.
Yeah, that happens too.
Thank you, Leonard, for that. That was actually good fun. I thought it might be a little painful looking back. I really enjoyed that. I thank you. I've always appreciated your words on film. I find you a bit judgy, a little judgy. But I thought that was a pretty good presentation, though. I would say we had a really good start. There were a couple of logic issues along the way. Your protagonist, there were a few lulls, but good finish, big finish. I'm going to give you 3 stars.
You are known as someone who uses your celebrity to raise awareness for worthy causes that the media overlooks.
Well, I've always said...
Is that why you're on this show?
I can't... I'm not sure why I'm on the show.
Let's be honest, it was a difficult part. A guy who gets high, takes his shirt off, and doesn't get on with his wife. It's a big stretch. It's big.
If you were an old man and you had to give...
I am an old man.
Come on, buddy.
Okay.
Come on. You're old man.
Okay.
I'm talking like 45 or something, okay?
Favorite TV couple?
Favorite TV couple? Favorite TV couple? Oh, geez, Ross and Rachel.
Favorite thing you can't live without? Is there anything you can't live without?
Thing, a physical
Yeah,
thing.
material possession.
Clothes.
Clothes. Okay?
Hey, Brad, do you believe in life after death?
I'm not sure. I definitely believe in death after life.
Gotta say, that's deep.
Yes, I am, aren't I?
Yeah.
I want to thank my co-stars, Leo, Margot Robbie's feet, Margaret Qualley's feet, Dakota Fanning's feet. Seriously, Quentin has separated more women from their shoes than the TSA. Wow, it's things like this that nights like these that tell me I'm old. Been around a while, been doing this a bit.
You guys were super cool about taking a chance on me to do something really different, and I
Well,
really
you were forced on us by the studio.
Yes, well, I know that, but I was hoping you weren't going to say that.
Some stunt casting.
New Year's Eve, 1999. Somebody told me that you rented a Mexican resort, filled it with your friends, and at midnight, you bribed the government to cut the power and the phone lines, and then you had troops sent in to arrest one of your friends on drug charges. What's with the practical jokes, and would you fill in the blanks on that story?
This is a true story. This was concocted by my friend and cohort, Mr. David Fincher. And you remember at the time of the millennium, there was this big scare, Y2K, and what was going to happen, and people weren't going to go on trips even because afraid of what was going to happen. And we flew down to this private resort down like 2 hours outside Puerto Vallarta in Mexico on the coast, and literally nothing else around, pitch black. And we did exactly that. We had set him up, and they actually drove off with him. They put him in handcuffs. It was one of my best performances, by the way, ever.
No camera around.
Yeah, fighting for the guy's life. You know you can't take him, screaming. Yeah. It was a friend of ours who always playing practical jokes. His name is Mark Gervitz. And they threw him in the back of the wagon, cuffed. Yeah. His fiance is freaking out in tears.
And what are you doing?
I mean, it really got out of hand, and they're driving off with him into the pitch blackness. And you know, he's surrounded by guys with AKs.
Why? Man, I need a psychologist to tell me why, but it sure was good fun.
How much Italian do both of you know now? And of course, now you have a home there.
Non parlo italiano molto bene, mi dispiace.
Ah, piace.
You just said piace.
Is that a word?
It is, but not in Italian. Piace.
That's right.
Favorite thing to sleep in?
Oh, come on. The sheets.
The sheets.
I have to go Philip Seymour Hoffman.
He's awesome in the movie.
He's
yeah.
awesome. He's
Yeah.
ferocious.
Because his character didn't like us in the movie. So I was always really intimidated when he was there because, not like off camera, but in the scenes they were scary to me because he didn't like me in the scenes, and I respect him so much that it actually made me feel bad that he
It took
didn't
the
like
two
me
of
in the
us, and we
scenes.
still lost.
Yeah. Like he's just so good that when he is pretending to be mad at you, like in a scene, it really hurts your feelings.
You like go home in a pool of your own urine. And,
I remember seeing him on the
Can you
call
say
sheet. Yeah.
okay.
I have a pool of my own urine. I travel
Daily.
with it. That's my one thing.
Really?
I have one diva thing.
You're in therapy?
Oh, heavily.
Yeah.
I have like
I hear it's
3
good for the
therapists on
skin.
the road with me. What, therapy or urine pools?
The urine therapy.
I don't drink it.
Oh.
I just lay in it. I'm not a weirdo.